So here's another question. Say solve this, give me your answer to 2dp. So we could just solve it as it is, but we were actually, this was part 2 of this question, and this question actually gives you an alternate form for the equation, right? So instead of solving this equation, we actually said that this equation was equivalent to this equation, all right? So this is a continuation would be, well, let's just replace this with its equivalent equation, right? And its equivalent equation was 4x squared minus 41x plus 65 equals 0, right? So we don't have to do anything with this equation, right? We don't have to make it as a common denominator, or we don't have to times through by common denominator. We've kind of already done that for the previous part. The key thing here is answer to 2dp. Now, of course, we do have a calculator that will give us the answers, and I'm going to show you. This question did say show all your working out, but let's just go straight to the answers and not show any working out, and then let's discuss on how much working out we need to show. Now, any question that asks you for an answer to 2dp, it's hinting that maybe we're going to use the quadratic formula, right? Because the answers aren't going to be nice. This probably won't factorize. That's important. And this is going to be a calculator paper. So what we can do is go menu, algebra, polynomial tools, and we're going to find the roots of a polynomial. It's a degree 2 because it's an x squared. Okay, and then look. So we have to type in the coefficients of the x squared, the x, and then the constant. So this is 4, this is negative 41, and this is 65. We press OK, enter, and there we go. Just transfer down x equals 1.96 to 2dp, or x equals 8.29. So we've got a couple of marks there. But this question did say, show your working out. Now, of course, we've used the calculator. So one way of showing our working out would be to use the formula, right? So x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. Now, rather than subbing in the numbers for a, b, and c straight away, I always take time to write out what are the values of a, b, and c. Now that's particularly helpful because you can see that b is actually negative. So now it makes it a bit easier. X equals negative the b value, right? You see that? See, that's important, right? So negative the b value, so that will turn it into a positive. Okay, so you've got to be careful. Plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. That's it. That's all the working you need, right? You've identified the quadratic formula will be needed. You've substituted all the numbers in the correct place. You don't need to go any further than that, and then you will get this. Just for fun, however, what if the question actually just said give an exact answer? So maybe this is on a non-calculator paper, or actually maybe it's a calculator paper but it wanted an exact answer. So this is hinting at maybe the answer is in terms of a surd, like a square root. So in which case we could just go ahead and try this. It'll be a little bit naughty because without a calculator, of course, you'd have to do some big multiplying in your head. But let's try it anyway. X equals 41 plus or minus the square root of 41, well, negative 41 squared is the same as positive 41 squared, right? Minus 4ac all over 2a, right? And now let's imagine we don't have a calculator, so 41 squared is a nice way of doing it, right? Just put in a grid. 40 times 40 is 1600, 40, 14 and 1, so that's 1681, so that's 1681, and then you can see this might be a bit easier, right? 4 times 65, that's 260, and then times 4 again, that's 8, that's 1040, so 1681 minus 1040, that's all under this square root sign, right? So we'll just keep that there, and we'll just look at this square root here. So 1681 minus 1040, that's 641, I reckon. Okay, So we've got an answer so far is 41 plus or minus the square root of 641 all divided by 8. And I think we'll just leave it like that. That 641 might go a bit further. So we'll take that out and have a little look. Let me just get a new page. Okay, 641. A nice thing is if you add the digits together, I get 6, 10, 11. Well, 11 is not divisible by 3, so there we go. So 641 isn't divisible by 3. We could try now all maybe the prime numbers, see if it's divisible by 7, see if it's divisible by 11. Let's try 7. Okay, 9, 7, 63, 1 left over. No, not divisible by 7. Let's try 11. 11's into 64, 5 11's 55, 9 left over. No, not divisible by 11. I think in 641 might be prime. Let's try 13. 13, 4 13s are 52, 12 left over. No. Look, I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to leave the answer as was asked for as an exact answer. If that 641 does simplify any further, I've got some good marks there. Okay, so that would be how to play with that and get the exact answer.